Episode 12 of Undead Unluck begins with Andy and Fuko rushing toward the hall to encounter Unrepair before the Negator Hunters reach him. Then, we receive brief snippets of someone doing something in the auction item warehouse. A guard notices a Negator attempting to escape and attempts to stop him. The Negator uses his ability to freeze the guard for a while. In a flashback, we learn this Negator is named Chikara. Chikara rants about everything being in English, but everyone looks at him funny. Suddenly, two men taste Chikara and plan to have the Union take care of him. In the present, Chikara's upset about the situation he's in currently. Before the guard shoots him, one of the Negator Hunters defeats the guard and Tristan approaches Chikara. After identifying Chikara's Negator type, Tristan tells his allies he doesn't want the Union getting their hands on Chikara. To see Chikara's abilities in action, Tristan's ally Deckard plans to shoot Chikara in hopes he'll use his ability to defend himself. Deckard shoots at Chikara, but Andy arrives and protects Chikara. Fuko drops in and rushes over to Chikara to check on him. Meanwhile, Andy analyzes each Negator Hunter, highlighting their possible abilities and flaws. Before he examines Tristan, Tristan attacks him and reveals he's Unrepair. Unrepair reveals he can negate all healing techniques applied to the wounds he inflicts on his opponents. He demands Andy and Fuko surrender Chikara to him so they can murder him. Additionally, he wants to murder Chikara so they can transfer his abilities to a more competent individual. Andy has Fuko behead him, and Andy uses this opportunity to attack Unrepair. He states that he'll ensure Unrepair won't become their 11th Union member as Tatiana arrives to fight Deckard and Kowloon. Before Andy can land a decisive blow on Unrepair, Latla intervenes and protects Unrepair. Unrepair praises Andy for his technique while Andy says he's no longer interested in Unrepair and his abilities. Realizing Andy's not interested in joining their side, Unrepair extends his offer to Fuko. While Unrepair is interested in Chikara's power, he finds Chikara weak. Unrepair confirms he wants a strong team so he can take over nations. Unrepair throws a knife at Chikara, but Andy jumps in front of it. Unfortunately, he only lowers its momentum. Fortunately, Fuko jumps in front of Chikara to protect him. Fuko promises Andy she'll be okay and begs him to remain calm. Andy promises to defeat Unrepair, but many Yakuza guards show up. Chikara helps Andy tend to Fuko's wounds for a bit. Then, he attempts to plead with the guards and hopes they'll let Andy and Fuko go. When that fails, Chikara recalls some compelling words his mother shared with him about showering kind-hearted individuals with kindness. This gives Chikara the courage to use his unmove abilities, allowing him to temporarily stop the guards' movement. During this time, he asks Andy to take Fuko to safety. The episode closes with Andy praising Chikara for his bravery. The episode review. This episode of Undead Unluck gives fans the long-awaited bout between the Negator Hunters, Andy, Tatiana, and Fuko. Additionally, this chapter introduces fans to a new Negator named Chikara, Unmove, and hints that he'll likely be the 11th Union member instead of Unrepair. With his fascinating abilities and courageous heart, Unmove has the potential to be a great ally for the Union. However, as Unrepair states, Unmove has much to learn, so it'll be exciting to see him develop into a capable warrior as the story proceeds. Additionally, this episode gave fans an excellent taste of Unrepair, Deckard, and Atla's abilities. This not only showcases fancy choreography, but it builds anticipation for our heroes' future encounters with the Negator Hunters. Undead Unluck delivered a great episode with a brief but interesting glimpse into Chikara's backstory. It appears the next episode will be focusing more on Tatiana's character. I'm excited to learn more about her character and how she ended up siding with and joining the Union.